The Bank of Ghana has warned businesses and individuals against refusing to accept the new Ghana cedi coins as payment. In a notice issued on Wednesday, 22nd July 2026, the central bank said all cedi coins it has issued remain legal tender and must be accepted for goods and services. The warning follows concerns over the rejection of coins by some traders, transport operators, and businesses. The Bank of Ghana says refusing legal tender is an offence under the Currency Act and offenders could face a fine, imprisonment for up to 3 years or both. The central bank says it will work with the Ghana Police Service and other law enforcement agencies to enforce the law, while members of the public have been encouraged to report cases of coin rejection. In politics and education, Parliament has approved a $300 million World Bank loan facility to support Ghana's secondary education transformation and access program. The funding is expected to improve infrastructure and access in secondary schools, including the upgrading of schools from lower to higher infrastructure standards. The approval follows the World Bank's earlier approval of the financing for the program, which is also intended to expand access to quality secondary education and strengthen skills development. Implementation of the program will now be closely monitored as government moves to address infrastructure challenges in the sector. In health, Ghana is finalizing its fair standard treatment guidelines for managing lead exposure and poisoning. The Ghana Health Service says the guidelines will provide health workers with clear procedures for diagnosing and treating affected persons, while also helping authorities determine the equipment and facilities needed at different levels of care. The document has already undergone stakeholder validation, with a technical team reviewing additional comments before it is submitted for ministerial approval and formal launch. The move comes amid concerns over lead exposure, with health experts warning of serious long-term effects, particularly among children. On the international front, Ghana and Morocco have signed 11 cooperation agreements aimed at deepening relations between the two countries. The agreements have covered several sectors including aviation, trade, education, mining, sports, and scientific research. The deals were signed as part of efforts to strengthen bilateral cooperation and expand opportunities for collaboration between Ghana and Morocco. The agreements are expected to provide a framework for increased engagement across the various sectors, with attention now turning to their implementation. In the financial sector, the Bank of Ghana is also continuing efforts to strengthen confidence and resilience in the country's banking system. The central bank has reiterated the importance of a stable financial system to Ghana's economic development, as it continues to oversee the sector and promote confidence among businesses and the public. The latest developments come as authorities focus on maintaining stability and strengthening the financial system. In sports, Ghanaian football clubs are preparing for the new season, with clubs across the country's major competitions expected to meet statutory and administrative requirements before the start of the campaign. The process is part of the broader efforts to ensure clubs are compliant with regulations and financially responsible as they prepare for the new season. Clubs will now be expected to complete the necessary requirements ahead of registration and participation in their respective competitions. And finally, attention remains on efforts to improve Ghana's education system, with authorities continuing to pursue measures aimed at expanding access, improving infrastructure, and strengthening learning outcomes. The latest $300 million financing approved by Parliament is expected to support these efforts, particularly at the secondary school level, as government works to address infrastructure gaps and improve the quality of education nationwide.